All right, greetings, family. Hopefully everyone can hear me. This is Professor Griffin. Of course, this is Arm the Masses, right here on Black Power Media Reloaded. All right, all right. Tonight's going to be an very interesting subject. Before we dive into it, I'm going to give a shout out to Kalanji Chaba Changa right here on Black Power Media. And thank you, whoever you are, for coming through to sit with me for these few minutes so we can have this discussion, this cipher, this, I don't know, let's just build. Can we do that? All right. It's called the build. You build, you don't destroy, you just build. So we can build. All right. All right. If you are out there and you are not concerned, but if you are interested in taking the the readiness preparedness class that we have ready and prepared for you, I'm going to put it on the screen and hopefully you can kind of, it's when hit the fan part 3. All right. If you have taken the other parts, part 1 and part 2, hit me up and you get a discount. But when the shit hit the fan, readiness and preparedness, private Zoom meeting this Sunday, November 16th. All right. Hit me up at seriousminds.info@gmail.com and or just text me 678-557-2919. All right, 678-557-2919. When the shit hits the fan, and it will hit the fan. Readiness, preparedness. We're going to talk about aspects of self-defense, and we're going to talk about some other aspects of some other things you should be getting from the hardware store. All right, really appreciate y'all. All right. So the subject tonight, we're going to be talking about rap music fatigue. All right, rap music fatigue. Just rap fatigue, really. Just kind of in general. And Soul Uptown, Griff, when the new music dropping, we need that. I dropped a single last week. What do you mean, bro? I ain't said your name over there on Bandcamp to go get it. Come on, bro. He said, when am I drop it? Bro, I dropped it. I talk about that every time I come on. Where you at? Hold on. It's on the screen, www.professorgriff.bandcamp.com. That's where you can get my new single that is called Amnesia. All right. Followed up by the album, The Enemy of My Enemy. All right. So hopefully you will support. Yeah. I'm getting back in the studio to finish the Soul Own project, which will be out next year. But The Enemy of My Enemy will be out. All right. First single is Amnesia. All right. Let me know what you think about it. Leave me a comment over there on Bandcamp. And let me know what you think. All right. I don't know about all of that. Me being a blood sacrifice for Public Enemy. I'm still here. Still standing. I guess you did use the word supposed to be. Got you. All right, we'll talk about that at another time. In the meantime, between time, rap music fatigue. Rap music fatigue. What does that actually mean to you? Rap music fatigue. All right. Rap music fatigue refers to a growing and disinterest in rap altogether. All right, often driven by the perception of declining originality in mainstream hip hop. Now, here in that one sentence, they already confused hip hop with rap. Help me help them out, whoever wrote this. All right, this fatigue stems from the perceived shift from creative expression to marketing gimmicks, repetitive formulas, and a focus on creating viral singles over full, complete, artistic albums. Some attribute it to the saturated markets where everyone chases the same trend at the same time, sounding just alike, using the same formula that everyone else uses. All right? Yeah, leading to a hollow and hollower experience that drives listeners away. Because once you've heard one of these songs, you've heard them all, because all of them look alike. I swear, when Drake came out, I thought that was Lil Wayne for like 3 years. I was like, damn, Lil Wayne got corny all of a sudden. But it wasn't Lil Wayne, it was Drake. Anyway, I never lent my energy to mumble rap. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't even, I wouldn't even try. I just didn't. I don't know that, but yeah. Anyway, rap fatigue. All right. The lack of originality is one thing that leads to rap fatigue. Some argue that the mainstream rap has become repetitive, with many artists following the same formula to prioritizing trends over genuine creativity. Is that true? All right. I'm putting it back on you. Y'all already know what I think. I don't listen to this stuff. All right. I just don't. After a certain year, I just tuned it all out and been like, the only reason why I had to go back and listen, because I had to write about it. I put several books together dealing with hip hop, which is the psychological covert war on hip hop and symbology. All right. As a matter of fact, let me go get those books so I can show you. All right. Psychological Covert War on Hip Hop, book 1. I went back, I listened to what was going on in the music industry, always kept my finger on the pulse of what was going on. After my book Analytics, I put the interview with me and Black Dot in that particular book. And after that, I just said, I can't do it. So then studying deeper, I looked into it and I started seeing the signs and symbols, and I started seeing the demonic images on video, showing up in video. I started seeing rituals that's going on inside of rap videos and in the rap scene, not hip hop, rap scene. The information I had left over from book 1, I put together book 2, which is symbology. All right, the psychological covert war on hip hop, book 2. A reference book of subliminal seductive manipulation of consciousness in cultural retrograde. May sound deep, not. It's not. A reference book. You got that part. Cool. We got that. Subliminal seductive manipulation. You're being manipulated by the frequency and the vibration in the music. It is seductive. You're turning on children's sexuality at an early age. All right? All the conscious hip-hop heads are bought off. All right? They're made the heads of some of these companies. And then for the sake of, $1 or paying your rent or your car note or insurance, you sell out. And what do we get? A whole manufactured generation of mumble rappers that no one knows what they're talking about but them. Then you interject and keep in rotation and on repeat. All right? The sexual exploitative, did I say exploitative? What's the word that I'm looking for? The sexual exploits, all right, of young women wanting to be in music, all right, and then you make them the focal point and you make them the quote unquote role models for younger women. At the same time, you inject, all right, you inject the gay agenda. Then at the same time, you inject the thug, the homo thug. Then you inject and you go into it a lot deeper, and you actually manufacture beefs between East Coast and West Coast, and all these things happening simultaneously in the music. It brings music down, hip hop music down to its knees. Hakeem Green, peace. What's good with you, man? All right. So yeah, focus on viral singles. Groups are not getting together anymore, and yeah, they're doing away with the actual group. Everyone wants to be an individual. And trust me, I never wanted to be a solo rapper. I never even wanted to be a rapper. I was an MC, but I never wanted to be like, that dude. I just didn't think I was that dude on the mic like that. I had a different purpose for grabbing the mic. All right. So yeah. So I started seeing the symbols. I put this book out, Symbology, to educate people on the symbols and what was going on, because they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, signs and symbols are worth 1,000 pictures. All right. Then I turned around and I said to myself, well, I'm not reaching them. Reaching the people, this material reached the people because I did 1,000 interviews and lectures, and those you can see those things online. And I called some things out. But I said to myself, well, let me kind of hit the reset button. Hakeem Green, you still on, good bro? If you want to come on, hit the request button. If you hit the reset button and you say to yourself, okay, well, let me arm the parents with material that they could use to kind of educate the young ones that are coming up that just don't know. Then I put this book together. You Are the Song You Sing. A simple ABC book. And then when you open and you go into the book, you get the ABCs. But on each page is a different artist, a short bio, and a quote from one of their songs. So then you get to take this book and you get to educate young people. So we can kind of start it all over again. All right. Okay. So now if you're a parent, everyone should have this book. Every daycare, every Montessori school, and books like this to educate young people. All right. Then I don't even think I have the other book with me. I put out a book called Now You Know. And it was just simply a book about hip hop. But the beautiful thing about that book, I had QR codes in the book where you just scan the QR code and it'll take you to the documentary film. So you can educate yourself and be well-rounded and well-versed on what hip hop actually is. Not the 4, but the 5 elements of hip hop, in which you're going to tell me what they are right now while I adjust my seat. Real quick, it shouldn't take y'all long. Come on. 5 elements of hip hop. This is serious minds. Where like minds attract like minds seriously. All right. Am I getting any? What are we doing? Come on, fam. Yeah. We're not moving off that point. I know y'all sitting there looking at y'all's TV or your cell phone like, if you know what you want, you tell us. No, we ain't doing it like that. Rap, DJ, graffiti, breakdancing, rap, graffiti, DJing, breaking, and knowledge of self. Thank you very much. If you didn't know that was the 5 elements, you have some research to do. Now, if we was to take any of your favorite artists and put them in front of this microphone, in front of this camera, and ask them some basic hip-hop history, music theory, just basic stuff about music and about hip-hop, do you think they would know? Name an artist that you think, if they were in front of these microphones, that they would know. KRS-One would know. Yes. Who else? I'm talking about not the old school artists. Not the cats I came up with. I'm talking about the ones y'all like now. Of course, KRS would know. Rakim would know. YZ would know. Yeah, all of them cats would know. Most Def would know. Yeah. Kendrick Lamar would know. J. Cole would know. Heretic. Master P would know. Master P is a businessman. And he's smart. Poor Righteous Teachers would know. But I'm talking about these artists that are out today. Mortal Technique would know. Y'all naming everyone that would know. We don't want to try to call anyone out, but if they came in front of these microphones and I asked them and had a conversation with them, I'm not sure if they would fare. Not because it's me. Yeah. But this is where you get the commercialization of hip hop. And then they interjected the niggerization of hip hop. They just niggerized our music. When you look at gangs, they didn't start it off like you see them today. Like the Black Panther Party didn't start off, the way they portrayed the Black Panther Party today. All right. But that's a whole nother subject. Commercialization and marketing, a rise in marketing gimmicks over genuine artistry is cited as the reason for the disinterest, leading to the perception that the genre has lost its original purpose. All right. You think Nicki Minaj would really know? Nicki, it's your brother, your big brother, Professor Griff. Would you know Nicki? Cardi B, would you know? Would you know the 5 elements of hip hop? Would you know the history of hip hop? If that's the case, Moni Love would know. I know Moni Love personally. She knows. Yeah. So I'm saying to you, come on. All right. So if we're talking about the marketing gimmicks, are we going through that same period now as we head into another era of hip hop and rap? Sarak would know. She definitely would know. Soleil would know. Rhapsody would know. Yeah. You're talking about women that read and study. You're talking about women, yeah. You talk about women that, perfected their craft as far as their writing is concerned. Those 3 women that I just mentioned have perfected their craft, and you can hear it in their songs. But y'all know I'm not talking about them. All right? Who's sitting at the top of the charts right now? Would they know? Will the culture bandits that have taken over rap music that you see on TV and on the award shows and all these kind of things, would they know? And if they know, would they take responsibility for it being in the condition that it's in today? Trend cycles, the fast burning nature of trends like drill and trap has led some to believe that hip hop, you're getting it confused again, whoever wrote this article, believe that rap is in a plateau phase, not hip hop. If you have hip hop and you're doing hip hop, then you would have the culture of hip hop. You are rapping, so you just rapping. We weren't even rappers back in the day. Somebody else came up with that. We were MCs. We were masters of ceremony. Yeah. So when you start talking about rap music fatigue, the question now becomes, are you fatigued, or are those same songs on constant repeat? Doesn't the pipeline to prison interest play a huge part in our miseducation agenda? Well, if that's the case, then do they talk about rap and hip hop in the schools? If you're talking about the pipeline to prison. So if you're talking about education being tied into the pipeline to prison, all right, do they even talk about rap and music in the classroom? And if they don't, yeah, how are we to say pipeline to prison? What are they actually teaching or not teaching black students in the classroom? What are they teaching or not teaching? All right. Saturated market. It's almost a bottleneck. There's only a certain amount of people that's going to get put on. If thousands of people are doing the same thing, sounding like, if I see one more female rapper come on stage half naked, that is played out. Look, what's her name? What's the chick name that just came out with the song? Still popping her WAP, whatever. Meg the Stallion, I think. Come on, Meg. Meg, come on. Old enough to be your dad. Come on. There ain't nothing wrong with you putting on some clothes, sis. Nothing wrong with you sitting down, helping to educate Glow, Rilla, Sexy Green, Red, Purple, whomever. There's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong. It's just, yeah. You're influencing a whole entire generation to think that that is success. And when you get the award, it's not actually an award, it's a reward for delivering the hearts and minds of young people into the hands of these demons. Yes. So then, is the title of my show correct? Do we have rap music fatigue? How many times can you regurgitate WAP? How many times we're going to see naked bodies and with no filter? And how many, what, come on. How many times we're going to hear the same song over and over again, but with different artists? Come on. We are tired of that. We're all burnt out. We're all burnt out. We have absolutely nothing else that we can creatively lend to your ignorance. Do not ever underestimate the power of ignorance. Money will fuel that ignorant spirit and vibration, and they'll put that on repeat. And then that will become the culture that young people pull from. Then you get people that saying we have nothing else to offer. We're ignorant. We're this, that, and the other. It's like, come on. We have a lot to offer in the way of music. All we have to do is stop, press the pause button, hit rewind, and go back to the rich legacy of Black music, and we'll see the shoulders of greats that we need to stand on in order to propel and move this thing forward. But you're going to be forced to do it now simply because the new thing now is the AI rapper, the AI singer, the AI bots and robots and transhumanism, which is going to take over the music industry. And partly you have yourself to blame. All right? DJ Wayne, what's good? Thank you, Wayne. Let's give a round of applause for Wayne. His name a minute ago until I stayed on him was DJ Wicked Wayne. I'm like, Wayne, come on, bro. Thank you, Wayne. Wayne is a prime example of growth. Timbaland has signed an AI artist. Okay. Wow. I heard there was an AI artist that was out there now. And the woman that they said, she still had to bring talent to the table in order to create it. But is there AI artists out there that's going to take over the music industry? Let's see who's behind the AI artists. Who is behind the AI? Okay, let's see. I am telling y'all, as soon as we're on it speaking, this is what we're going to be experiencing in a minute. I think here.
Did an AI artist just replace real singers?
Hi, you guys. I just want to take a moment to say thank you.
This so-called R&B superstar who just signed a $3 million record deal.
No.
So what you're seeing right now is a real video with real actors, but everything in the song except for the lyrics was made with artificial intelligence. Yep. It is a premiere of the music video for How Was I Supposed to Know by Zanaya Monet.
Zanaya Monet. Wow. The whole AI artist.
She is the first known AI artist to debut on a Billboard radio airplay chart. She's on several charts now. The rise of AI-generated music is a very controversial topic, but whether you love it or you hate it, it does appear to be staying. First on CBS Mornings, we're talking with the real-life woman behind Zanaya Monet. She comes from a small town in Mississippi.
I want that back in the day kind of vibe. Love ain't live streamed, it was felt inside.
No, that voice has been heard by millions.
Just loyalty.
This is my first time
here.
here.
But the singer Zanaya Monet is a product of artificial intelligence, and her creator is 31-year-old Talisha Jones. I was really looking forward to meeting you because a lot of people are saying, who is this girl? Who is she? Because for so many people, they think she's not real. She doesn't exist. Why did you want to come and reveal yourself in this way?
I wanted to reveal myself because I wanted people to know there was a real person behind Zanaya, that there's real emotion and soul put into those lyrics.
Jones, who also goes by the name Nikki, isn't a singer.
This is Zanaya.
Zanaya Monet began as an avatar she created while teaching herself AI just 4 months ago.
Don't treat me like a plane you ain't sure about. Don't keep me on.
This is where it's headed. She created an artist and signed a $3 million deal with a computer, a laptop. Went to ChatGPT, wrote the song. Voila, here we go. While my old ass is sitting in the goddamn studio really writing lyrics and really making music, having to play some of it. And I'm not on CBS. I'm not getting interviewed. You're not. An AI artist and its creator. They are. Wow. Rap fatigue. Is this what's going to replace you? All right. Talk to me. I'm going to open up the phone lines. Let's talk. Wow. Brian says, whoever entertains this is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, no. So it's a very, very real thing, and it's happening. Record companies are having to deal with less and less and less and less people. Listen, AI is here to stay. Yeah. And can I say, after the 3 years that I've been studying AI, have I used it in business? Have I used it in being creative? Yeah. A lot of times when you look at my thumbnails, you might see an AI generated thumbnail from Canva or something. My book, Sly and the Family Stone, Sam Cooke, Smokey Robinson. You know I didn't draw that, right? So it had to be computer generated. Outcast, Otis Redding. You know I didn't draw that. All right. This is an actual picture of me when I was about 7, 8 years old. All right, so you know I didn't draw that. So it had to be computer generated. If we're talking on that level, then okay, but creating a whole human, no. Yeah. East Star 88. How could you get my books? Go to www. Matter of fact, you want me to put it in the chat? You can text me at 678-557-2919. Everybody and their grandmother know my phone number. And or you can go to www.public, then the letters NME.me. That's where you can get my books. All right. I will be in Charlotte November 23rd doing a book signing. So if you don't get it from me online, if you're in the Charlotte area, I will see you in Charlotte on the 23rd of November. All right. In the meantime, between time, if you want to order the books, hit me up. My number is 678-557-2919. I'll put it in the chat, 678-557-2919. All right. And I'll put it on the screen for you. My website is www.publicnme.me. All right. Support the platform. Go order the book. If something is happening with the site, don't worry about it. You got my phone number. Hit me up. Let's talk. All right. Where is this headed? The potential solutions. Let's give the solutions so we can get out of here. I don't want to keep y'all on last night because y'all killed me last night. I was just trying to Anyway, got me on there telling stories. Anyway, take a break. Simply take a break from listening to rap. It can really help you reset your senses, especially with the frequency that they're putting in the music. It's a very critical, ugly kind of thing when you break it down. Yeah, it really is. All on. Let me see. I had saved something I wanted to read in my phone. Okay, so if we're talking about putting together music that will stimulate your energy centers or your auric field, all right? We can write songs that heal not only the mind, but the soul and the spirit. When you're talking about gratitude, gratitude shifts your mind. Journaling clears your mind. Nature soothes your soul. Music should uplift your spirit, but music can also do the opposite. So keep that in mind. And they play on that. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a very real thing that they play on. So they create music in such a way where they change the frequency in the music and it don't sit right with your soul. All right. And some of those things we'll probably do it tomorrow. We could take a whole hour in breaking down the hertz, the frequency, sound vibration, and this kind of thing that affects not only your chakras, but your auric field. All right. But I explained all of that in my book, The Psychological Covert War on Hip Hop. 257 pages worth. All right, come on, family. Thousands of interviews later. All right. So let's just kind of keep in mind, all right, a lot of these subjects were already talked about and already done. Black Dot laid it out in a lot of his work. All right. Dr. Wesley Muhammad in his book talks about it. Thank you very much, Heretic. When you start talking about the 432 hertz, it really means something. You may think we just on here trying to sound intelligent, trying to drop something deep, but it's a lot deeper than that. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to pick up my books, go to www.publicenme.me. Publicenemy.me. All right. You said you got to have that book. Remix Radio. What's popping, man? What's good with you, bro? How you feel? We can't hear you. Hold on. Let me hide my banner. Hold on. You got to take yourself off mute. Hold on. Let me see if I can take you off mute.
I think I did it. I got it.
No, I got you. Yeah, go ahead. Wayne, what's happening, bro?
Peace and love, man. Yo, thank you for the advice. I took it. I meditated on it. I'm like, yo, Griff is right. Professor Griff is on point. You've been telling me for years, man.
Right.
And it finally sunk in, and I realized words are powerful. It means something. Yeah.
Right. That's a beautiful thing, man. So where are you DJing at mainly?
Well, right now, Long Island and Rossville Center. Sometimes I go out to Cabo, DJ over there. Then I do the handcraft over there in Manhattan. And I got a gig in Brooklyn, right there in Flatbush this weekend. And I just did Coyote Ugly in Manhattan.
Okay, so you go out to Suffolk County?
Here and there. My man JJ got something going out there. I think he want me to go DJ out there, but I'm all over. So sometime Long Island, mostly Roxville Center, Brooklyn and Manhattan.
Right.
But I've been doing it for years, man. I've been doing it since I was 14 years old. So I've been.
How old are you now? 17?
I wish.
Okay, just checking.
I'm getting old, Professor Griff. I'm getting like damn near 60 something. I know I don't look it, but hip hop do keep you young because I still b-boy. I still go do backflips, all that.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, yo, I don't know if you remember, Lord had brought me to the that was like 2003. Lord had brought me over there with y'all at the Hammerstein Ballroom. That's when I met you. Gave me a drop.
Oh, okay.
That's when Flavor Flav had the VH1 cameras following him and all like that. We was trying to stay out the way. Lord was like, yo, stay out the way of the cameras. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to get in that mess.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I've been DJing since 1984, man, and I coming up in foster care and all like that, it kept me alive. So all those years and being all around Brooklyn, Brownsville, the Hill, that's real. That's where it started out for me. But I was born in the Bronx, and then I moved around. I've been in Louisiana, New Orleans with Jack the Rapper's times. Before DJ Khaled was famous, before Master P, Manny Fresh and them was famous, I was in the DJ battles with them, and I was all around with them down there, and then back in Brooklyn.
Let me ask you something. So, what do you think about these AI rappers, AI singers?
Man, it's a bunch of crap because it's taking the human element away. We need the human element. That's all fake. That's bizarro world to me.
Right.
I don't see how people could buy into that, but I don't know what's up with the consumers. The consumers is buying into artificial fake AI. I don't
Okay,
get
so
it.
let me ask you something. Do we have educated consumers?
Not really, because most people don't even know knowledge itself, so they're not really even knowing they buy into consumerism and they just follow behind whatever's put in front of them. Like we said, the rappers are not even rapping right, and people actually buy into the negativity, which is amazing that they don't just shut it down. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, cool. I got you, man. But I really appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Griff, always, man. Always showing me love, always, and
Thanks,
I'm
Griff.
always learning, man. I'm steady learning from you, man. I'm a humble pupil of you, man, and supporter.
Oh, give thanks to you, bro. All right, man. Take care of
Word.
yourself.
No
All right.
doubt. Peace to
All right,
God.
one. Peace
One.
to God. All right. All right. He talked about the human element in music. All right. The human element in music, which is a very, very very real thing, because we're going to start to hear, not well, we're going to, there's been AI songs out there for a minute now. And someone put, in the chat, thanks to Timberland, a lot of people that want to make money is going to follow suit. Yeah. Anyway, I really appreciate everyone for giving me y'all's attention today. All right. Thank you very much for coming on. Really appreciate that. Thanks to DJ Wayne, who used to be Wicked Wayne, but thanks to Wayne. Thanks to everyone that contributed and lent the word to what we're talking about, which is a very critical subject. All right. When you start talking about adding the human element, like DJ Wayne said, it's important simply because people are losing their jobs behind it. Engineers, I'm not even thinking that girl used an engineer to put out her AI artists. Studio musicians, producers. Here, this woman is who studied AI for 4 months and put out an artist which got signed for $3 million. Wow. I know people that still play in small clubs that have never gotten signed. All right. It speaks to where we are headed. All right. Thank you very much. Really appreciate everyone. This is your brother, Professor Griff, and I am signing out. All right. Peace. Remember, when the shit hits the fan, this Sunday, readiness and preparedness private Zoom meeting. All right. We're going to talk about the initial case. Well, matter of fact, I'll do a show on it tomorrow and I'll lay out everything that we're going to discuss. And hopefully you guys can sign up, join, and come on so we can kind of get this information out to the people. If anyone would like to participate in my firearms class, firearms self-defense class, please hit your brother up if you're in the ATL area. 678-557-2919. Hit me up. And my new single, Amnesia. All right. Hold on. Amnesia is on Bandcamp. www.professorgriff.bandcamp.com. All right. www.professorgriff.bandcamp.com. Any of the research material that you need from me, whether it's books, articles, PDFs, whatever research you need from me, just hit me up. Give a small donation and I get the information to you. All right. For research material, text me. All right. Griff at 678-557-2919. And just ask for the link for the research material and you got it. This is your brother, Professor Griff. I love y'all to life. As always, not to death. I love you to life. All right. We have to keep that in mind. All right. Peace, fam. Peace. Greetings, family. This is Professor Griff. I want to take this moment to thank everyone for supporting me in my efforts to raise the vibratory pitch of your thinking into your higher self. Thank you very much in my efforts right here on Serious Minds RNTV and Arm the Masses. All power to all the people. Thank you very much. If you would like to continue supporting, and if you are a new listener, please support by giving your donations right here on my Cash App, $ Professor Griff, and or go to www.professorgriff.me. Thank you very much. Peace. All power, all the people. Greetings, family. This is Professor Griff. I want to take this moment to thank everyone for supporting me in my efforts to raise the vibratory pitch of your thinking into your higher self. Thank you very much in my efforts right here on Serious Minds RNTV and Arm the Masses. All power to all the people. Thank you very much. If you would like to continue supporting, and if you are a new listener, please support by giving your donations right here on my Cash App, $ Professor Griff, and or go to www.professorgriff.me. Thank you very much. Peace. All power, all the people.